What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Unicorn Journey. I'm Shakira. Yeah, no video today. I'm looking kind of rough. Anyway, that means no kitty for you either. I'm sorry. Next time. All right, well, I figured it's Saturday morning. I had a hard time getting out of bed, but I'm here, I'm ready, and I wanted to check on my trade assumption yesterday, which worked out like gangbusters. Look at it. When I left, they were all souping it up. and and they hooked it up by what time is that? 3:45? Oh no. Yeah, nice. All right, so let's hold on. That's not right. My other one was over here. Did I get deleted or something? They definitely, yeah, I definitely was looking for something, but as we can see, that's the end of that until Monday. So nothing exciting happened after that. So this, I figured we could go ahead and let me maximize this guy and just kind of look through yesterday's trading opportunities. And I'm just curious to see where they've come in because they still haven't taken this sell side out that since they were coiling back down, but they have taken all of the fair value gaps, or should I say, should be, yeah, fair value gaps. And then this big, beautiful order block, the little guy would work too. Maybe, what do we call this? Not consequent encroachment, but, uh, can't remember the equilibrium between on the order blocks on the candles themselves. Either way, dead center would have been a nice entry on this guy. Stop loss below it, couple of ticks, and would have gotten a nice little long back up there. But anyway, I'm going to not mess with my daily my day stuff. Let's, you know what? Let's be fun. Let's have some fun and go do this on the NASDAQ, right? And see how we're doing. So I'm going to start off on the monthly as usual, and I want to see what we've been working with. So you just start a new month. So I'm going to drop that in there. Then I'm going to drop down to the daily. And I want to do the auto. What is the set? Use settlement as close on daily. Huh. Don't know what that is. So let's leave it as this for the moment till we figure it out. Then I'm gonna roll back from here 60 days approximately. Let's go in here. Let's set the bar ranges. Not far enough. Boom, 60. And let's make that a bit brighter. Okay. So 60 days. What have we done? So the highest high in the 60-day was this guy. Took it out with some prejudice. Ooh, we have a gap here. They're gonna come and clean that up. And then the lowest low on the 60. Why does it feel like it's too small? I don't know. So the lowest low on this in 60 days is actually this guy, and they haven't come anywhere near to take it out yet. So in terms of targets, they've come and taken all of them, and they've dug quite nicely into this. So for me, if they're going to continue on their upward trend, I feel like, we've got all of this juiciness down here for them to come and rebalance price. And if they want to keep going, which I feel like they do, because, we had this, downtrend, and then we had what is essentially a turtle soup on like the higher time frames, because they took out all of this over here, messiness. Huh, cool. They took out all this stuff, took that out, and then gave us an opportunity to come back in here. this order block, and then they've taken off. Big shift in structure right here, and then real opportunity to come back in here on this order block, propulsion block right there, to take off. So next point of interest for me, NASDAQ, is 13,057 and 3/4, and some of the imbalance right above it. Consequent encroachment would be somewhere in the middle, so 13,057 and 3/4. All right. So, since we are here to try and figure out BISI, SIBI, TD arrays, all that good stuff, let us hit the replay button. And I'm going to go back into some parts of January here. I'm just going to close my eyes over where it's going to go. Okay, so you can't see me close my eyes. My bad, but I am. Honor, Scouts Honor. Click. All right. Where do we end up? Wednesday, January 18th. All right. And I want to do like a top-down morning to evening. So let's see where we are on a 4-hour time frame here. It's 10 a.m. 10 to 2. Okay. Not bad. So we're bullish, right? For the most part. I am just going to take this opportunity, just got this 1 hour, and look to my left, always to the left. I've already taken that, so my next target is all the way up here. So I'm going to just hit that right there and set my buy side there. I'm also going to nip out this fair value gap. Oh, Kitty came downstairs to hang out with the peeps. So we are really close to that, and that's nice. Does my fair value gap color look a little sickly? Should it be more fun? What do you think? I guess the color doesn't really matter. Let me brighten my screen. Okay. And then what about sell side? So they're reaching their way down here. So let's mark this out as sell side for the moment. With the understand that they could come down to 1120, 11,291 and 3/4 as well. And while we're here, let's focus on this guy. Nice. All right. Let's drop down to a 15-minute. What have we done? So we've got an order block all the way down here. If we look at the bigger one, what about the base of that? I'm going to go with the bottom of this and see if I can be more discerning. All right, so what time is it? So let's see what price is done. All right, so price opened here, meandered about, and then at 8:30, it did it to 9:30, did a Judas swing, and then dropped. Let's go down to the 5 minutes. Would this have given us an opportunity to get in here? Well, yes. So once this 8:30 wick got created, they came, they took it, and then they took that. So this looks like the 2022 model, right? So turtle soupy, right? Took out buy side here, and took out buy side again properly here, and then, well, let's see. Do we have a lower low? Might have to go down to the 1 minute for this. Let's try 3 minutes to see what that looks like in the 3 minutes. You can see better on the 3 minute. So we rolled up, we took out buy side here, and then we dropped. We had this lower and that lower, so we took out that little thing right there. Proper takeout down here, and then a retracement back into this order block. Let's see the low of this guy. I'm looking up here. The low of this guy. Actually, that order block. My bad. So the low of this guy was 11,719 and a quarter, and the high of this guy was 1172 and a quarter. So would have gotten an entry pretty nice. Small stop loss. Let's add in the S&P for some divergence. Um, I don't want the micro, I just want the E-mini. Let's grab the March contract. Cool, cool, cool. Oops. Sorry about that. I meant to set it as an extra panel. Can I do that here? Cool. I guess I have to take it off and then put it back on as an extra panel. New pane. Here we go. And I'm going to switch that out to the candles. Okay, that's fine. So up here, let's take a look, right? So what did what is this saying to me? Oh man, I need my glasses. Reaching for it. Glasses time. My screen is not as bright as I want it to be. Isn't that crazy? And the brightness is all the way up. I think because I'm in a really bright room. All right, so let's see if we had any kind of SMT divergence here. So we had this guy saying it was going up, and then we have the S&P that was saying it's going down. Let's make sure. Hmm. So that's going up. That's almost flat for the most part on the S&P. So, so I might just think this is like a liquidity run, which it ended up being. If this was more up, then we'd be continuing up. All right, continue like referencing that. So then this is on the 3 minute, right? So then we did that. We had this thing that's lower and that's lower, short-term high broken. I probably would have been thinking maybe one of these for an entry, order block here. I might not have gotten in. Let's drop to the 1 minute. See what that looks like. Because I'm finding I like my entries on the 1 minute. If I know what I'm looking for. Okay, so on the 1 minute, break here, consolidation, nice big fair value gap. Then instead of looking for an order block entry, since we have this break, we had two options. We could have entered at, would I've gotten the body of this? No. Would have gotten the wick though. Maybe we should be looking at like consequent encroachment on the wick, and that would be more accurate. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Would have been practically spot on. And then we had all of this to aim for. This is on the 1 minute, of course. Look to the left. All of that. All of that. The lowest low on this is all the way down here on the 1 minute. So if we were to do this and make that sell side, then look, nice. Tapped that beautifully. What does that run look like? So if we were to drop a tool here on consequent encroachment, stop loss above that, aiming for this, just let's like say 2 ticks below it, like that. That's what I've been thinking lately. Ticks below things. So what would that have been? Oh, shut up. That's not right. My stop was 53 ticks. Really? I feel like whenever we put it in replay like this, it's never quite right. So I wanted my entry at consequent encroachment on that wick. It's about 50%. If we were to measure it for proper accuracy, it's not quite right. It's not. You know what? Let me hit the zoom button so I can see this area beautifully. Trying to get it exact. Not quite. There we go. Okay, so consequent We're zoomed in real tight so we can see a little bit more, almost. So consequent encroachment would have been, so my entry would have been around there, right there, approximately. And oh, look at that beautiful, oops, Josie. Look at that. That would have been beautiful, right? Bigger wicks can either take the tip or consequent encroachment of the wick, and then pew. Plus, it's a combination. Keep doing that. Plus, we've got, what else do we have in this space that we should pay attention to? Oh, is this a breaker block over here? Could we have got an entry on the tip? Oh, look. Yes, 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 we would have. Look how beautiful. Let's get that right there. And then let's, boom. So let's zoom in on that some more too. So we have a breaker block over here because we had a lower high here and then a higher high and a lower low. So, we were hoping potentially that it would go down. It didn't, it went up. So, because we're in consolidation anyway, right? So I think this is a breaker. I probably need to look a bit more closely at those, but if we use because it's a small wick, we could have also used the body since the small wick used the body, right? So boom, beautiful entry right there. Especially now we've got the breaker, we've got what looks to be a fair value gap that's holding price in this general vicinity. We have an order block right here with it and a fair value gap. I'm like, what more do you need to get in on this action, right? So we have, I guess we could call this a SIBI, right? Sell side inefficiency, buy side imbalance. And they came back up and took some of it. Not bad. Let's annotate that, right? So let's do SIBI on this guy. I'm learning. Got a SIBI right there. Let's put it right there. And then we have a breaker block here. Oops, can't count. Can't think. It's a breaker block right here, I think. Keep me honest. Let me know if I'm wrong. Then we also have this fair value gap that I think is acting as resistance right now. Still, it acted as support for a little bit, then we busted through it, and then it came back up into it. Then we have this bigger SIBI that they traded back up into, tapped this fair value but gap, and then dropped. Beautiful. It's beautiful. So I'm just going to annotate this. So we have this break right here. Let me use my break. This break right here. So a shift. And then an even bigger shift. And we have the shift here. So technically once this happened, we could be looking for entries. But then for more confirmation, they took out the sell side here and then rolled back up and gave us an opportunity, right, to go lower. Not bad. And that would have been an insanely awesome looking trade. But anyway, let me just annotate that. Let's do this. Let me take a nice quick, let's do this shot. And let me add in the S&P for the divergence conversation. Where'd it go? Am I blind? Did it get lost? Whoa, what is happening down here? Thought my glasses were looking all kinds of weird. Can I see the bars? Nothing wants to show up. Great. Let's remove that. Let's add it back as a new pane. What is happening? Let's auto that. Let's maximize this thing for a second and see what's wrong with it. What is happening? Why are we so far away from price? I mean, this is ridiculous. Oh, is it, did my other Zooms get us here? What is happening? Nothing's showing. Okay, we're just having an issue. Looks like, I mean, something should be showing by now, right? This is getting ridiculous. Nothing? Okay. All right. Something's wrong with that. So let's remove that for now, and I'll just screenshot this annotations here and for my charts. Okay. So let's move on to where we are right now. So it's 6 o'clock, and I'm going to I'm going to do this hourly thing, and I'm going to push to the next day so we can get some sort of actual testing going on because we're coming down to the fair value gap. Okay, and it's 11 o'clock. Okay, we just ate it right there, order block right there. Now, since I am doing this just for funsies, I think the London kill zone has been between 3 and 5, right? So let me do this. Let's say I am awake and I can't sleep and I want to trade it. So let me delineate that time frame here, and I'm going to use this. And I'm going to get a thingy. And let's do 3 to 5. Okay. And that's going to look a lot more interesting when we go down to the lower time frames. Let me drop that. Okay. So let's say I am training London. Let's see what that would look like. I've never actually tried it, so. So we are at 2. I'm going to move us forward 1 more hour, and then let's drop down to the 15th. 3 to 5. No. All right, so what do we have? And let's look to the left. And we have this order block right here. I'm gonna use the bigger one with the wick. So I'm just gonna drop this like so, just so I can see it all the way across. And we're just gonna give it a different dimension. Let's make it green, let's make it solid. Let's say bullish OB. Or we could just, yeah, to the right, and then let's zoom back over to the left here. And then after this, price just kind of took off and went its own way. So that's good. It's a solid area to consider, price potentially turning around. So what do we have? We have sell side all the way down here, and we've been trading down. We're expecting them to come into this order block, take this. They've taken sell side here, here, here. I don't know how much further they're going to go. And I'm going to go to the 5 minutes. Let's see what that looks like. All right. So I'm just going to annotate it. So they took these relatively equal lows right about there. So some sell side. And let me say that. They took some sell side there. You've got this. There's a shift right here, and they've come back down into it. They came back down into this order block right there, and then they're turning around. So my question becomes, does this turn into support? So we're on the 5 minutes. Okay, they busted through it. Still waiting. Okay. And maybe let's look at it on the 3 minutes. Okay. All right. So my thoughts are this, right? They haven't tapped this order block yet, and they could take this out before we turn around. Because I'm in the scenario bullish. Now we have two potential for this one, right? It could be, oops, I'm drawing this wrong. It could be that they come down, take sell side, do something like this, and then go back up. Or they could do, they failed the failure swing option and continue up like that. So let's see what we get. So far we have this guy, we've come back up, but we've gotten the failure here. So just gotta wait. Okay. But I feel like this order block is a bit of a pull, right? So they're coming down to it. All right, we've taken this out. Now it's got to be patient. There's still sell side here for them to come for if they really want it. And this is where I'm going to keep referencing the higher time frame. Right? Keep referencing it so I don't get lost. Ooh, I wonder if I can add, when I'm doing it like this, can I add a second line item with it like that and then anchor it? Let's change that. Oh, NASDAQ, sorry. So I want to see if I can have my 5 minutes. Your drawings are replicated to all charts in the thingy. Okay. So let's see if it's going to replicate. I guess that feature does not work. Oh, let me also check for the layout. I'm gonna sync symbols. Let me draw a line in here. Did that just show up? So it's not gonna work. Let's go back to our original. Oh well, whatever, we tried. Okay, so we've been coming down. We've come down to an order block that's pretty well sorted down to this sell side, I assume. So they could take that first. Let's see. Still have no trade because I don't have a. Okay. Looks like we're coming down to sell side, maybe. Yep. I guess I could be shorting, right? Okay, so this took sell side. And it is 6:15 now. Okay. So what else is done? So, all right, we're waiting. So let's clear all of this out. And let's see what else we get. All right, we're accumulating. We're starting to. What are we doing? Accumulating still. We're going down. All right, time for me to come back. Oops. Out and zoom out. What else is down here that I wasn't aware of? See, that's why looking to the left is so important. There was still this fair value gap for them to eat in the middle of all of that. And they could be heading towards 11:30, 11 and a 50, and consequent encroachment 11:36. So let me eyeball it approximately right there. All right, so they've taken out sell side here, so I'm gonna take that off so I don't continue to confuse myself. And what's the blue line again? Oh, I think that just got added when I added that fair value gap. I don't know why it does that. And then the tip of that, I'll just delineate that, something to pay attention to. Change the color of that. So I haven't taken any trades yet. I'm just trying to see. So far we've gotten consolidation, fake out, continuation, down, basically. It's not really a structure. All right. So I'm on the 15 minutes. Sorry, guys. Let's go down to the 3 minutes. Okay, what is it looking like on the 3 minutes? So we consolidated, broke structure, dropped. Okay. So until it breaks above here, these equal highs, I won't think they're going long, right? And we can ignore this order block because they also ignored it. We also broke the structure. So far, been very bearish to this point. And we're at that point where they could take it and flip around if they feel like it. Now we have an intermediary high here, imbalance, inside of this bigger imbalance. And not tap this. Okay, short-term high, relatively equal lows down here. Okay, and they took out the short-term high. I'm not going to consider that much of a shift yet. I want this guy broken. Okay, so now we're seeing some proper bullishness. Oh, that's why we wait, right? Because we don't know. So they took out sell side here. They've taken out that low, where stops will be hanging out. Constant encroachment on that guy. So let me see to myself here. So if I take this wick, anchor it to this top here. We're currently in optimal trade entry for me. I think 0.6 to 0.7 is where it would normally live. I think, you know. But in terms of we're in a bit of a discount zone. Let's go to the 15 minutes. And yeah, so we're in a wick. Interesting. Let's go back to let's look at this on the 1 minute. Okay, we can get rid of this. So, continuation of the downside. I don't have any bias at the moment. They've taken everything that I wanted, but I'm not entered into anything. If they take these guys out and switch, then we'll be going bullish. Otherwise, consolidating. Gotta take this intermediary high out. Consolidating, gathering orders, still consolidating, thinking about it, thinking, nothing clear, very soupy. What time is it? 8:47. Maybe I'll wait till 9:30. What happened at 8:30? Boom. That happened at 8:30. Look at oh, I think ICT's having a space at 10. Has it started? Ah, yes it has. Probably gonna pause this while I listen to that. Okay, I'm listening to ICT's spaces. Just wanted, so I'll just be like, and just gonna listen while I do this. All right, see here. 30. You're gonna hear random comments from me, so I'm waiting for them to take this out. There we are. Okay, they took these out. So I should feel comfortable that they're not going to go any lower. I'm going to look for an entry right around here. Be patient. I could be wrong too. I'll give it a shift. And I'm going to hit the buy button when it comes to where I'm looking for. So here's what I'm thinking. Top that wick. And then we've got this guy right here. This, so I'm gonna assume it's gonna come back up into this space right here. To take. Now the other potential entry would be midway through here as well. Let me delineate that as well. And then I'll put my stop loss both. So I expect this to hold up the price. And then maybe my entry is actually supposed to be here. But these are my three options. So if I do this, let's try that. See if I buy here, see how that works out. And stop loss is here. These are my other trade thoughts. See. Okay. Not quite stopped up. Looks like I'm about to be. There we are. Whoa. Why is it so much? So this would be my buy right there for that one. Oops, not quite right. All right, so this one was the right one. See. So this buy, this original one was the right one to go with. Imagine that. Let's see. Let's wait for them to take this out and then enter. Yeah. Say I buy here. But my buy is really down here because that's what I want. Okay. So this one, let's put an X on it. I'm not going to talk as much. I'm listening to ICT. This one would have. So this one is the one. So wait until it comes up. Now, if we can't break above here, we have a problem. I wonder what it's using as a reference for price here. So now I think it's going to explode. Take that. Maybe come in here and hang out for a second and continue. There it is. This is the patience part I need to work out. So I want to practice. So I need to know which one's best. Not. Yes. Sometimes these just work. Ooh. So if I just aim for the base of that. Nice. Oh. Beautiful. So I'm just going to flatten it here. Wow. Is that right? 249 ticks times divided by, sorry, 4, 62.25 handles times 50. Yeah, yeah. So that would have been $3,000 on a $50 trade, and that would have taken us the one from the entry that I wanted. The general vicinity of it would have been here. 22 minutes to make 3K, man. I would have lost 24 ticks. That's 6 handles. Would have lost 300 on that one. If I'd taken it, this one is 25 ticks. 312 on that one. It's 300, so I lost. So let's look at what if I'd taken each of these trades. Third entry. Was that 291? Two. Minus fees. So beautiful. I waited and I waited. Tested, tested. Correct. Because once I started, I might not have gotten this entry, but I would have gotten one of these. That was the lowest, and that was the lowest. I probably would have taken an entry here. Set it a buy right there. General vicinity. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, let's take a. Let's make sure and. Let's plug that in there. And to make a note. Breaker block. Add that in. Both of these is like breaker block. Base entry, consequent encroachment on this wick would have been perfect. Let me grab that. About middle or approximate to. Mm, screenshot that. Oops. Beautiful. All right. I'm gonna stop here since I'm gonna listen to ICT, but this is fascinating. See how long we had to wait for a proper setup and how wrong we could be dependent on the style of entry. Interesting. All right, guys, drop a comment, drop a like. Let me know your thoughts. Shakira out.